Hey everybody, it's Dave, Dugdale, learningvideo.com. This is not really a tutorial, just mostly trying to figure out how to do it later myself. It's DaVinci Resolve Studio 14. So let me show you what we got here. So I've got a wide shot going into a tight shot, the swimmer. And when you come back to the wide shot, you don't know what lane it is, so I added in this text that you see right here. It says Rock Creek. It's Rock Creek Flyers. And that's the lane that you're trying to draw the attention to of the viewer, so they don't figure out trying to lose like, well, what lane are they in? So what I'm going to be doing is how to do this match move. I know you can do this in Fusion 8 and all that great stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'll grab a still, and we're going to just do this again, since I have to do this multiple times. We're going to do it here where we're going from this tight shot into the wide shot, so you know what lane it is. You can see the color change because I cleared out this node. So what I'm going to do is take the frame that I've already copied. I'm going to apply the grade here, and this one. Apply the grade, and you can see we got a bunch of nodes that popped up. That's great. And so this is the match move node we're going to be working in. There's an external mat and another thing I'll explain later. One of the things I don't like about people's tutorials on YouTube is they build the whole thing and you get to see what happens at the end. Well, I just showed you already what's going to happen, so let's go ahead and rebuild it. I want to do it somewhat quickly because nobody likes to wait around for a lengthy tutorial on YouTube. So I'm going to zoom in. These are all the tracking points. You only need 3 for a plane. I'm going to clear the past and clear the future. Now I can actually move these around. This guy is in lane 5, so I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there he is right there on the backstroke. And I'm just going to go for the highest contrast points I can find. There's one here. And I'm going to click and drag, move this one over here. And I'm going to click and drag. Let's go with this one right here. Okay, so I've got 3 points. That's all you need to draw in a plane. And I don't know. I'm not a 3D artist or anything like that. But if you want more information, definitely go buy Alexis Van Herkman's Ripple training course on Resolve 14. I have no affiliation with that. It's fantastic. It's worth every penny. He explains a lot of this stuff in great detail, which I'm not going to. This is, again, mostly for me in the future when I forget how to do this, because I don't go in and do this kind of stuff that often. So we've got our markers set up. The first step is for tracking. We're just going to go ahead and track forward. And you can see they all did great. None of them lost their position. They're all still locked on that black section. What I found, just note to myself, if you make these boxes too big, like I'm not going to do it right now, but if I were to stretch these out, especially with these two so close together, it might think that black mark is that one and it might shift back and forth. So my advice for myself in the future is make these as small as possible when you're especially doing this type. So we've tracked. Next step is positioning. So you can see this is a grid where I want the text to go. And this is based off the last time. I'm going to put it ahead of the swimmer this time. And I use the flag kind of as a reference of what angle it should be at. Like here, maybe here. Let's move that like here. I'm not picking the end point. I'm picking just kind of inside there. Match that up there. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit more. This was shot in 1080, 60 frames per second. The resolution, as you can see, is going down as I've done this. I'd say maybe about right there. All right, so we've set that up, and the next step is compositing, and you can see I've already done it. So let's go to 100%, and we'll show you what happens. You can probably see a color change. So right here, right there, and it's caching. I forget what caching I've got turned on. Let's watch it in real time, and boom, there you go. Worked fantastic. So let's really quickly, I'm just going to go to this node. I'm going to Control C that information for that node, and this one I'm just going to Control V. So now when we watch it, it's not going to be in real time. I gotta say the tracking on here is phenomenal. So it's like one of those things. There's the tight, we'll go to the wide, there's the text, it's tracked, everything looks good. Fantastic. So again, this is not a lengthy tutorial. I'm not talking about a whole bunch of stuff, but I do want to show you one thing that I ran across in match move as on beta 6, there is no way to do alpha channel for the given external matte. And also in Alexis Van Herkman's course, he said you could do this, assign it in the edit tab. I could not figure out how to get this to assign correctly to the add as matte for a color page clip. It didn't work for me. I had to go all the way back to the media tab. And you can see this is the actual graphic. I colored the background the same color as the water. And I did it from here, and this worked. When I clicked this here, and then I went to color, and I went to the external matte. Let me shift this over here. When I went to the external matte, what you got to do is you got to go down to select matte, and I just said lane line test JPEG number 2. And let me show you what's happening here. So if I bring the blend all the way to here, you can see that's not really what I was looking for. I was looking for something more that carried an alpha channel. So I'm kind of cheating here. So what I did is brought the blend up, what was that, 853 or something like that around here. And then what I did with this node, I added an additional node, and I just cranked the brightness. So that's what it looked like before, and I bring it up. So basically what's happening is we were losing that kind of background, that aqua background, and I'm just cranking it up so much that it's gone past that, and so we can see through it. So it's kind of cheating until, I don't know, Resolve 14 Beta 7 comes out and they add that, or maybe the final version of Resolve 14 actually does it. So I thought that might help somebody, but really what it comes down to, I'm doing this mostly selfishly because I was like, I know what's going to happen in the future. I'm not going to remember how to do this because I don't do compositing or whatever you want to call this that often. It's just, for me, it's just one of those things I only do a few times a year. And I don't want to leave the program if it has a really powerful tracker and there's a way to do this. I would rather stay within Resolve because anytime you go to Fusion or After Effects or something like that, I'm always like, damn, I've forgotten how to do this. So I just thought I'd put that out there and share. If it helps anybody, that'd be great. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.